Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Johnny Itchy Ear Phillips. I don't know, man. It may be time for me to go get the wax cleaned out of my ears again. I couldn't believe I did that one day. I couldn't hear, man. I really couldn't hear. I thought I went deaf, and I thought, well, the first thing I should do is go get my ears cleaned, and so I did it. I called up and they said, "Well, we don't have anything available till next Wednesday." And I said, "Well, um, if somebody cancels today, because I like to get shit done like immediately. I don't like scheduling stuff. It's just I want to get it done." So, anyways, I said to the secretary, I said, "Listen, if somebody cancels, I can run right over. My schedule's pretty open. You know, I'm self-employed. I can make my way there if I have to." And she said, "Oh, okay. Well, we've got something at 10 o'clock this morning. Somebody canceled." I was like, "What the fuck, man?" So, anyways, I go there, and the girl looks in my ear, the doctor, and she says, "Yeah, you got a lot of wax in your ears." And I'd been going to my doctor, you know, my my regular doctor, and the way he used to test my ears, he was such a slouch, man. He wouldn't do anything. He'd rub his fingers on my ear, and he'd like, "Can you hear that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can hear that. That's the sound of the fucking money you're gonna bill my insurance company." Anyways, so she gets this thing, a water jet, and she puts a little cup under my ear like a bowl, and she starts fucking blowing this fucking jetter, basically a high pressure jetter, into my ear. And you would not believe the size of the fucking wax ball that came in. It looked like somebody shit in my ear. Horrible. Both ears packed full. And it's because I use Q-tips. So my advice to you guys out there, if you're struggling with, if you're in construction, been in it all your life, man, you're sweating, you're always in dusty, dirty situations, and if you're 50, 60 years old and you've never gotten your ears cleaned, it's cheap, man. $60. Go to an audiologist or whatever they are. I don't know what they are, and get your ears cleaned, man. You'd be surprised. I actually did a video on it. One of my, way back, not way back, because I haven't been doing this very long, but one of the videos was about my earwax, because, I'm cutting edge, man. We do everything here at John Phillips Plumbing. So I did a video on the fucking earwax, and I actually took it as a souvenir. I told the lady, she looked at me a little strange when I requested that I take my wax with me. And, yeah, it was pretty nasty. But I could hear better than I have in the last 25 fucking years. Incredible. So my advice is, if you're having a hard time hearing, you got to slouch for a GP doctor who doesn't really do his job. He just kind of, fucking taps your knee and rubs his finger next to your ear to see if you can still hear. Go get your ears cleaned, man. It may help you out, or it may not. Maybe you have an issue, but it's always good to start out with the clean ears, and it worked great for me. So it's Friday, guys. I don't know how I got right into ear wax, and it was kind of quick. I didn't even get to say good morning to all you guys and girls. Have a happy Friday. It's a beautiful day. The sun's coming up. Let me flip this around, see if I can do this. Yeah, the sun's just starting to peek over the top of my guest house, and it's a beautiful day, man. It's nice. It's very warm out here. I mean, not uncomfortable. It's very nice, man. It's just very, whoa, Jackson. It's very nice. So, yesterday was an interesting day with the jobs that I put up. The one job with the with the polybutylene. I just want to talk about Sharkbites a little bit, man. Sharkbites get a bad rap, man. I watch so many jobs on YouTube from other plumbers, and I watch them, trying to put a new valve in, and they're dealing with water, they're trying to solder, and I think, man, I would have been down the fucking road an hour ago. Just throw a Sharkbite valve on there. There's no difference between a Sharkbite and a Pro Press fitting. The only difference is a $4,000 fucking tool, and you can't take the Pro Press fitting off. They're fucking two times or three times the cost of a Sharkbite fitting. They do exactly the same thing. It's a fucking O-ring seal inside, and they're engineered. Every one I put in works, man. If you do the steps you're supposed to do, the Sharkbites are great fittings, man. They're approved to even bury them in the walls. Like yesterday, this situation, that old guy's house, unfortunately, is going to fall down, man. It's only being held together by fucking termite shit, and that's turned to concrete when you add the leaky water. But it's going to collapse on that old bastard someday. And the good thing is he owns a lot. I think he's probably got no mortgage on that house. He probably has no insurance. And it's a stressful thing, for older people. I'm glad I could fix that. I'm glad I could get the proper fittings, because it really is about, in business, to cover your ass. I got one comment, a guy says, "Oh, you don't need that PEX to regular Sharkbite." He said, "I use the regular ones all the time on PEX," which is fine. I get that. It probably works. But if you get a failure and they look at that and they say, "Well, you used the wrong fitting," you're fucking guilty, man. That's it. You're getting sued, man. So, you gotta tread softly in business. You gotta make sure you're covering your ass, because there are lawyers everywhere, and if you have insurance, you're a mark for them. They know they're going to be able to get money out of you, and they're going to come at you, and they're going to come hard. So I was happy I could get those fittings at Lowe's. I was really surprised at the selection they had of Sharkbite fittings. I had no idea, because Home Depot doesn't have that selection, but they had hammer arresters, all kinds of valves with bleeder holes on them. Just a great selection. And man, you gotta try them, guys. Get some on your truck, even if you prefer to solder. There are some jobs, I'm telling you, give them a try, man. If you put them on right, get rid of that sleeve on copper CPVC, you'll be fine. The only pipe that the sleeve is needed on is like for polybutylene or PEX. So it's a great product, man. They're not cheap, I'm trying to think of the name of the company that actually makes them. Nibco, I think, is the actual owner of Sharkbite. But I use them all the time, man. I hardly ever use another valve other than the Sharkbite ball valve. It's a quality valve. I've never had a call back, never had an issue. And people look at it, when you take a PVC or plastic valve out and you give them that Sharkbite valve, it's a quality part, and they're willing to pay for it, and it just saves time and money, man. It saves everybody, It's quick and easy. Plumbing's not as hard as it used to be, man. We've made a lot of improvements in this industry where things are going together a lot easier than they used to, man. 100 years ago, you were out there threading fucking pipe and all this crazy shit. Now you're using your two fingers and you're pushing a fucking Sharkbite fitting in. And these O-ring seals, man. Every faucet in the house, every water pipe termination into a house ends in an O-ring seal, whether it's the O-rings on the cartridge or the O-rings, it's just everything in the house ends with an O-ring seal, man. And they work, you know. I mean, for Christ's sakes, they use them on the space shuttle. Now, I know that, the one that blew up, it was an O-ring or something that went bad, but they figured that out. So, and I was in the Navy when that happened, man. I was in boot camp when that space shuttle blew up. And unfortunately, I was from Rhode Island. I consider myself, I don't consider myself a Floridian, but it was kind of heartbreaking that a teacher from Massachusetts was on that space shuttle. But, yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about Sharkbites. The pros and cons. I don't see any cons. I just see it as a reliable, quick. You pop that thing on. It's the easiest way to transition from one pipe to another. And you pop it on and you're done. You just stop moving. Stop running your shit. And like I said, you don't need an expensive Pro Press tool. $4,000. Give me a fucking break, man. That's crazy. I'm not paying that. Take you fucking 10 years to get your money back. Just to get back to even. The fittings are tough to find. I'm not gonna stock my truck with fucking those fittings. It's crazy, man. I'm trying to get this camera centered, man, so my fat head's in the middle of it. Anyways, hey guys, I want to just let you know that I appreciate the people who watch. I'm happy with the amount of views that I get every day. For a guy with less than 4,000 followers, I'm hanging tight with the big boys, when it comes to views per day. I mean, when you consider that, some of these guys have over 100,000 followers, and I have less than 4,000, but they're not getting 10, 20 times the views that I'm getting. So I just want to say thank you, man, for sticking with me, putting up with my shit. I know I'm all over the place with the subjects I talk about, but maybe that's what separates me from the rest of them. I enjoy it. I love the back and forth. I talk about a lot of different things, politics, life in general. I talk about whatever's happening that day, man. And that's what we need in this country, really, is to have a conversation, man. That's all. I'm a firm believer that we have way more in common than our differences. And, we need to get back to that, man. This bullshit, we're getting played. We're the monkeys in the middle between the left and the right. We're just getting fucking played. But, anyways, I'm political. I'm trying not to do that today. It's going to be a great day. I got a call yesterday from a lady, and I kind of penciled her in for 10 o'clock this morning to put a toilet in. She called me up, said I've got my own faucet for a kitchen, and she said I want to get a new toilet. And I told her I'll put one of those $200 toilets from Home Depot in for $450. That's cheap, man. Some of these other companies, it's going to cost you $700-800 to have them put a toilet in. The big companies here in Sarasota. So anyways, I told, she kind of, I could tell that she choked on that price, I mean, it was going to be, I think I quoted a $550 for me to supply the toilet, and take the old toilet out, put the new one in, finish it up, and then put the kitchen sink faucet in for her. Well, she choked on that price. She never called me back. So I called her this morning because I did pencil her in for that time slot. And I left a message. She didn't answer the phone, and then she texted me back and said, yeah, I'm going to put it on hold for a little while. And basically, she thought I was making too much money on that toilet. Well, it's a lot of work, man, to do it right. and it's all based. My price was all based on my time and my material, and she'll find out. She'll find out that she probably should have went with the professional. It is what it is. So I've got to kind of move everything up in my schedule, or just take the morning off. It's a beautiful day. The sun's shining, man. I'm getting my daily dose of vitamin D, and it's tough. Nate, what's up, man? What are you doing? Today's your birthday? You old fuck. I said, you old bastard. I remember the day you came home from the hospital, man. 48 years ago. 48? 48 years old. Oh my fucking God. We're fucking old, man. Damn. Yeah, you're gonna start in another year. You're gonna start getting them AARP fucking notices, you old bastard. Start walking around like this. You're gonna look like an old Jewish guy with your pants pulled up to your fucking boobs. How you doing? Well, good, man. What are you gonna do? Work? Yeah, work a little bit. Me and my girl are going to St. Pete's hotel. Really? You're the man. Where you going right now? Yeah. Oh, nice. Hey, enjoy your weekend. Happy birthday, man. Fucking Nate's 48 years old, man. Jesus Christ. I remember the day that kid came home. I'm wearing his shirt right now. Nate's Plumbing. NERP. NRP. Nate Roslin. He's a fucking character. He's a Jewish guy. He fucking does a good impression of an old Jewish guy. He's fucking hilarious. He pulls his pants up, he hunches his back over. Yeah, he's a good man. Anyways, he's going to fucking St. Pete, man. Rented a hotel, got himself a nice little girlfriend. That's what I need to do, man. My fucking house is a mess, though. I need somebody that'll clean my shit. Help me. That's all. Not somebody that I need to fucking babysit. You know what I'm saying? Wait on hand and foot. That ain't me, man. Anyways, guys, I hope everybody has a great weekend. It's Friday morning. If your schedule is thin, enjoy it, man. Take advantage of it. And I do these videos in the morning. Obviously, it's just me rambling on, man. But I do them on my phone, and they're easy for me to upload. So, yesterday got a little whacked out. My SD card on my GoPro was full as I was putting the stuff together on the fucking termite-laden, moldy side of the house. I was able to get a couple of shots and tried to make that up by putting the lost footage up yesterday. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and give me some feedback on Sharkbites. What you think, the difference between them and a Pro Press fitting. You know, I mean, I think they do the same thing, and they're even better because you can remove them. What do you do when you got to get a Pro Press fitting off? I don't know. I've never used the shit, but you know, I think you probably got to cut the pipe. I don't think them things come off. The one downside to Sharkbite fittings are they spin, which is a plus. It's a plus and a minus. Sometimes you don't want a valve to be able to spin, especially if it's like up in an overhead on a horizontal run. But it doesn't. When it does spin, it doesn't leak or anything. But I wish there was like a set screw that you could just tighten up. You know, made out of the proper material so that you're not going to end up with electrolysis or something. Anyways, guys, I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate you guys watching, putting up with my shit. I'm just one man telling you what I think. I'm not trying to take over the world, man. I'm just speaking up. That's all. Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you. We'll see you on the next one. I got some work to do today, so I'll put up a video tonight.